All right. So thank you for joining today's session. Today we're doing what I'm calling wind down yoga. And basically we're just going to be doing some very gentle movements to kind of wake up the spine and tune into our bodies. And then we're going to do something called a body scan. And the reason that we are doing this today is to stimulate this guy, which hopefully you can see that. This is your vagus nerve. So the vagus nerve innervates our throat, our lungs, the heart, our stomach, all of our digestive organs. And it is our main nerve that moves us from the sympathetic dominant state where we're like stressed out and we want to run, fight, or flee to the parasympathetic state. And the parasympathetic state is when our body rebuilds itself, renews itself, restores itself. That's when all the fun stuff happens. So we're going to be doing some movements to help stimulate that. And then we're going to be moving into a body scan. And the body scan also helps the vagus nerve. And when we can get the vagus nerve nice and healthy, it reduces inflammation in the body. And it also lowers our heart rate, it improves heart rate variability, and just overall improves our resiliency and our ability to bounce back from being stressed out and being in that sympathetic state to being in the parasympathetic state. So it helps us get that flexibility because we don't always want to be parasympathetic and we don't always want to be sympathetic. We want to be able to cycle really fluidly through those states of our nervous system depending on the circumstance that we're in. So a few things I wanted to share with you just for your home practice that you might find beneficial is that there are certain criteria that help the body get to a state of relaxation. And those are being comfortable, being warm, being still, inversion. So inversion, usually if you think of that in a yoga class, you're thinking about like standing on your head or something like that. But something as simple as laying on the floor and putting a pillow under your hips so that your hips are a little bit above your head, that can help calm down your whole system as well. And then darkness. So if you are at home, I invite you to turn off the lights if you can, and that will help improve your experience today. And then also anytime, like we mentioned on the meditation this morning, anytime that you can draw out that exhalation so that it's longer than your inhalation, that also helps stimulate that vagus nerve and helps you calm down. So, and then before we get started, I just wanted to, the body scan meditation that we are doing today, I am borrowing it from this book, The Mindful Way Through Depression, and it's from John Kabat-Zinn. So this is really good for helping our emotional states as well. All right, so I invite you just to come to like an easy seat, easy cross-legged seat for now. And just take a moment to feel where your butt ends and the chair or the floor begins. And so tune into that sensation of pressure, maybe even rocking back and forth a little bit on your pelvis so that you can get to an orientation that feels really nice and stable for you. And close your eyes or just soften your gaze and look down at the ground. And take a moment to repeat today's mantra, which is, all of me is welcome here. I'm going to be practicing with acceptance and just with being okay with things being the way they are. And then you can put your right hand on your chest, right on your sternum, your left hand on your belly. And as you inhale, see if you can feel your belly swell. And then you feel the breath come up into your chest. And then just let the body exhale and soften down. So inhale, you feel the hand on the belly move first. And then that breath comes up to inflate your torso. And then you take a long, slow, smooth exhalation. Just take a few breaths this way, letting your awareness just kind of sink down so that it rests inside your belly, feeling that belly expand from the inside on the inhalation, And feeling that breath rise like a wave up into your chest. And then at the top of the inhalation, taking a little pause, little point of stillness. And then just letting that breath go. You can even sigh as you let it go. Let's do one more. Inhale, belly rises, chest rises. Little pause at the top. And exhale and sigh it out. And you can transition your eyes back to open so you can see me. We're gonna move from here into cat-cow, but we're gonna do kind of a funky cat-cow. So if you do yoga, you probably are familiar with this position. And usually it's just you move like this and you move like this. But we are going to work on kind of articulating each section of our spine. And then we're gonna do some barrel rolls and some side stretches too. And also on the exhalation, I'm going to invite you to have a little bit of fun, and we are going to incorporate lion's breath. So if lion's breath is basically when you exhale, you stick your tongue out. You go, and this looks weird, but it stimulates that vagus nerve that's going through your neck and your throat. And it also is a way of just like releasing everything that you don't want to take with you into this yoga practice. All right, so come to hands and knees, and you want to have your wrists kind of below your shoulders, knees below your hips. And let's exhale first. And exhale, let's just curl down in one fluid movement to start with. And then we're going to inhale one fluid movement to start with. And I guess just do some normal cat-cows first, like just big arch in your back, and then dropping the belly down. And then let's come to neutral. And then this time we're just going to just tuck our pelvis under. So we're just tucking the pelvis, and then you're gonna lift your sit bones. So you're just tucking that tailbone down towards the floor, and then raising that tailbone up. So we are just moving the hips at this point. All right, and then come back to neutral. And now we're going to raise that tailbone up, and then you're gonna feel that arch come into your low back. And then you're gonna feel that arch travel all the way up to your mid back. And you're going to look up towards the ceiling, stretch the front of the throat. And then as we exhale, you're going to tuck your pelvis. So you're gonna turn that tailbone down, and then you're gonna feel that arch start to travel up through your lumbar spine, through your rib cage, all the way up to your head, and then you're gonna drop that tongue out. And let's go through that a few more times. Just follow your own breath and move at your own pace, and just explore what it feels like to really try to just move certain sections of your spine instead of the whole thing, and like it's one connected piece. All right. So again, you arch, tuck under. Just move through a few iterations on your own. All right. And now we'll come back to neutral. And this time we're going to do a barrel roll. So let's see, maybe it's better from the side. So you're going to press it to your hand so that your back arches up. And then you're going to move your rib cage over to the right, drop your rib cage down, move your rib cage over to the left. So it's like if you were in the inside of a barrel and you had paint on your front and your back, you would be painting the inside of the barrel. All right, and we'll come back to center. And then from here, we're going to move towards the left. So we're painting that left side of the barrel, front of the barrel, right side of the barrel. And we'll do a few rotations this way. All right, and then we'll come back to center. And now we're gonna do a little fishing line movement. So you're gonna come to all fours, And you're going to take your right hand and you're going to throw it back so that it's like you're casting your arm back like a line behind your hips. And then you're going to swing it over all the way to the left of your left hand. Let's see here. There we go. And then you're just going to sit back. And your right hand's planted on the floor. So you're getting a nice deep stretch on the right side of your body. And just breathe into your right ribs. All right, and then you can come back up and we'll repeat that on the left. So you're taking your left hand, you're tossing it back behind you, and then you're throwing it forward and it comes over to the right side of your right hand. It's planted, stuck to the earth, and then you're gonna sit back and feel that nice deep stretch all along the left side of your arm from your pinky all the way through your armpit down to your waist. Breathing into any tightness that you feel there. All right, and then we'll come back up to all fours and then just push yourself back so that your butt comes towards your heels. Drop your head down, and we're just gonna surrender to child's pose for a couple breaths. Taking a moment to tune into that sankalpa or our mantra. I accept all parts of me. And with your next inhalation, you can sit up. So if you are at home and can lay on the floor, I encourage you to do that. If you can't, you can do this just seated in your chair too, and you'll still get a lot of relaxation and benefits out of this. But if you are at home and you have a pillow or a yoga bolster, let's see, maybe I can get a little closer so you can see. You would want to bend your knees and put your feet on the floor and put the bolster so that your knees are totally supported. And then you're gonna lay back and you're kind of gonna let your legs externally rotate so that they can just relax onto the bolster, and you don't need to use any muscles to keep your legs up. They're completely relaxed, completely supported. And then if you have a blanket, I encourage you to toss a blanket over yourself because number one, it will keep you warm, which will keep you more relaxed. And then it also adds just a little bit of compression to the body, which also helps the body calm down. So I'll let you take a couple moments to get situated in whatever position works for you today and that's most comfortable. And then we will start our body scan. So just notice where your body is resting on the floor or the chair. And that sensation of touch or pressure. If you're laying on your back, you feel the weight of your head, the weight of your shoulders, the weight of your sacrum. Maybe you feel the backs of your knees resting on the bolster. You feel your heels on the ground. And just take a few moments to let your awareness just settle into your body. So starting to tune out everything around you and just being 100% focused on your internal state for the next 15 minutes. So many of us are super sleep deprived. So if you do start to feel sleepy during this practice, just remind yourself that this is a time for falling away, not for falling asleep. And just try to bring your awareness back to my voice as it guides you through your body. But if you do fall asleep, it probably means you need the sleep. So that's okay too. And our intention for this practice is just to bring awareness to any and all sensations or lack of sensations. So let your awareness settle on your belly, noticing how it moves as you inhale, how it softens down and relaxes on the exhale. Maybe even repeating to yourself, belly rise on the inhale, and belly fall on the exhale. And then bring your awareness all the way from the belly down the left leg, into the left shin, all the way into your left toes. Almost like your awareness is a flashlight shining all the way down to the tips of your left toes. And allow that light to shine on each individual toe. Big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, fifth toe. Noticing any sensations, warmth or tingling. Maybe you can feel your toes touching each other. And we are focusing on these sensations with a sense of gentle affection. And maybe you don't feel anything. Maybe you just get some numbness or just some blankness. And just accept that and notice that. Whatever you're experiencing, just accepting that. And then on your next inhalation, think about that breath coming in through your nose, traveling all the way through your chest, your belly, down the left leg, all the way out to the toes of the left foot. And then on the exhale, the breath returns. So it comes in through the toes, all the way up through the shin, your left leg, all the way up your torso, and back out your nose. Taking a few breaths, feeling that breath going all the way through your body, all the way out to the toes, and then exhaling along that same pathway. Just approaching this with an attitude of playfulness. If any of the cues are confusing or don't make sense, just accepting that and just staying with what is present in your body and with whatever is coming up for you. And now bring your awareness to the bottom of the left foot, and the left instep, the left heel, the top of the left foot. And then being aware of your entire left foot all together. Noticing any sensations and noticing how your experience of your foot changes as you let your awareness rest there. And then with your next inhale, feel your awareness just soak into every bit of your foot and your ankle. And then on the exhale, it's almost as if your whole foot and ankle just dissolves into space. And your awareness moves up to your left lower leg. You notice the front of the leg, the back of your calf. And it rises up to the knee. You sense into the front of the knee, the back of the knee, the sides of the knee. And then breathing into the entire left lower leg and knee. And on the exhale, seeing your shin and your knee just dissolve into space as your awareness comes up to your left upper leg. Feeling the front of your thigh, the back of your thigh, your whole thigh together, maybe even sensing into the bone at the center of the thigh. Maybe sensing into the joint where your thigh meets your pelvis. Again, doing this without any effort or like without trying hard, just like being present with what is going on with your leg and just observing that with the attitude of tenderness. And then with your next inhale, you feel that light fills up your entire left upper leg. And on the exhale, it just dissolves. And you move your awareness to your right foot, into the toes of the right foot, the bottom of the right foot, the top of the foot, up until the ankle. And again, breathing into the entirety of your right foot. So it's all filled up with that awareness. And then on the exhale, you just let it go and it dissolves. And then you bring your awareness up to your right shin, the right calf, the right knee, the back of the knee, the sides of the knee. And again, with that next breath in, filling up the entire lower leg with the light of your awareness, and then exhaling and letting it go, letting it dissolve. And then bring your awareness up to your right upper leg and noticing any, and if you do notice any tension or tightness or pain even, just allowing that and seeing if you can breathe into it. And just notice what effects it has if you breathe into that tightness. And then as you exhale, if that changes the tightness at all. And then with your next inhale, you fill up that entire right upper leg. And then on the exhale, just let it go. Let it dissolve. And then bring your awareness to your belly, to your buttocks where you're laying on the floor or you're sitting on the chair, to your right hip, your left hip, and just feeling that whole area fill up with your awareness of sensation, temperature, tingling, gurgling, just noticing whatever's coming up there. And then on the exhale, just letting that awareness dissipate as that area of your body just fades away from your awareness. And then let your awareness settle on your lower back, your upper back, your chest, your right shoulder, your left shoulder. Just breathing with any sensations that are arising from the area of your torso. Maybe you can even tune in to that sensation of the heart beating in your chest. That sensation of your rib cage moving a little bit with each breath. And with your next inhale, you feel that awareness seep into all of those nooks and crannies of your rib cage and your shoulders. And then on the exhale, just letting it all go. And then bring your awareness into the palms of both hands, the backs of both hands, both wrists, both elbows, both shoulders. Sensing into the entirety of both of your arms, all the way from the shoulders down to your fingertips. And with the exhalation, just letting that area of your body go and dissolve. And then you bring your awareness up to your throat, your jaw, your tongue, your lips, your nose, tip of your nose, your ears, your eyes, your scalp, the back of the neck, your entire head and neck filled with the light of your awareness. And on your next exhale, just letting that go as well. And then just notice yourself resting on your chair or the floor in total awareness, total ease, noticing any sensations, any changes in temperature, any sounds in the room, any light streaming in, any smells. Just observing whatever is happening, resting in tender awareness of this moment when your mind and your body are in the same place at the same time. The breath flowing in, flowing out, with no need to control it. Just watching the gentle wave. And then start to notice again where your body ends and the floor or the chair begins. Start to bring some awareness out to your fingertips, maybe curling your fingers into your palms, maybe noticing where your heels are resting on the floor, wriggling your toes. Just bringing your mind and your body back together, tuning in slowly to the world around you. And repeat our Sankalpa. All of me is welcome here. All of me is welcome here. And whenever you're ready, you could roll over to your left side, just taking a moment in this fetal position to notice the shift that occurs in your body as all of your organs, everything falls over to one side. And then as you're ready, you can come back up to a seated position. And we'll inhale our hands up, reaching towards the sky, bringing our palms together to seal in this practice and seal in this ability we have to be within our bodies and to experience each moment as it is and not as we want it to be. Namaste. So thank you all for joining today. If you If you need to go back to work after this and you feel a little too like, oh, I just want to like relax for the rest of the afternoon, so you need to increase your energy. Whenever you inhale for longer than you exhale, that will help increase your energy. So you could just do an inhale to a count of 5, exhale to a count of 3. So that's one option for you. Otherwise, you can also do a breath called Nadi Shodhana. So if you bring your 2 fingers together, put them right on the center of your eyebrow, you can breathe in through the right side of your nose and then breathe out. I'm sorry, you breathe in through the left side. Close the left side, breathe out through the right. Breathe in through the right. Close that nostril, breathe out through the left. So you could do a few rounds of that breath, probably 3 to 5 rounds, and that will help balance you out and get you more prepared for a Friday afternoon if you do need to go back to work. So if you have any questions, please reach out to me, and thank you all for joining today.